Hey everybody, it is Eric from epautos.com, your Libertarian Car Guy. Excuse me while I turn down my 70s stereo, complete with 70s type vinyl player and Van Halen 2. Anyway, I'm out here in the garage, out in the woods, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of maintenance work today. And I thought I'd share some of that with you, for those of you who've not done it before. This is my '02 Nissan Frontier pickup, has a manual transmission, and I'm going to be changing the gear lube in the manual transmission. First, of course, as you can see, I've got it jacked up on the frame and supported with a jack stand as a backup in case the jack fails. Don't be dumb and risk your life by trusting a hydraulic jack, which can fail. You always want to use an additional jack stand like that to support the weight of the vehicle. Anyway, this is a pretty straightforward job. It's just a little bit messy, requires a little bit of muscle. Main implements for the job: gear lube, PB blaster, which I really like, which I will use to loosen up a drain plug and a fill plug. And then I've got my breaker bar here, and then I've got an extension on the breaker bar. Now that's technically not a tool per se, it's an extension bar, but it just happens that it fits the plug on the side of the transmission case perfectly. So let's go over to the truck, and bear with me because I've only got two paws, so I'm going to try to show you stuff and video while I'm doing stuff. So now I'm going to try and crawl underneath the truck here and hopefully show you what we're going to be doing. Alright, I got a new baking pan actually here from the supermarket. Reason I got that is because I want to actually show you the old fluid when I take it out. The fluid that's in the transmission right now has been in there for, I guess, about 4 years and about, I guess, 40,000 miles. So that's about the interval that Nissan recommends for changing out the fluid. Now, bear with me again a minute. Oh, this is the fun part. This is why they charge $70 an hour at the dealer. All right. Now, let's see. Here's the drain plug. That's what you take out to drain the fluid right there. You can see that. And here on the side of the case, and typically it's on the side of the case, that's the fill plug right there. Now, this is really important. Before you remove the drain plug, most people think, well, I'm going to drain the fluid, I'm going to take the drain plug out. Don't do it. Don't take the drain plug out first. And the reason for that is, if you do take it out, and then it turns out that you have problems getting out the fill plug, you are going to be squealing in a world of hurt because you won't be able to refill the transmission. So the first thing you want to do is remove this plug. And once you've got that out, then you can take this one out, drain out your fluid. Now, typically, and your vehicle may differ, but typically, as a rule, to determine the fill level, obviously this is a manual transmission, there is no dipstick like you'd find on an automatic. The way that you determine proper fill level, typically with manual transmissions, is to remove this drain plug, and at that point, there should be a little trickle of gear lube coming out of this, just a little bit. Now, it shouldn't come gushing out, but it definitely should not be dry. If you take this out and no fluid whatsoever begins to seep out, probably that means the transmission is low. Final thought before, well, hang on, let me get, if I can reach it. I'll tell you, this is definitely the fun part. All right, I'm going to zap the two things here with the PB. There's one, and yeah. It's always fun to do this on your back, isn't it? All right, there's two. 1 and 2. All right, now I'm going to let the PB blaster soak in there for a little bit, and then I'm going to get back under here with the breaker bar. And actually, let me get out from under here, and I'll tell you some other stuff. Yeah, that's why they charge $70 to $90 an hour at the dealer. Nothing like crawling underneath, and that's on a concrete floor. Anyway, what I was going to tell you here before I sign off and get to draining the fluid is that you want to make sure, in fact, that you do use the correct fluid. Now, my particular vehicle, that Nissan pickup, does use standard gear fluid. I'm using synthetic in this case. But some manual transmissions, some modern vehicles with manual transmissions, my friend Jeff, for example, has a 2002 Trans Am, not like my old Trans Am here, but the 2002, with the 6-speed manual, and that thing actually uses automatic transmission fluid, Dexron 3 ATF. So you want to make absolutely certain what the appropriate fluid is or lube is for your particular vehicle before you put anything in it, because you can cause yourself all sorts of expensive and defeating problems by not using the correct fluid and or lube. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the plugs out, and then I'll probably take another video to show you the remainder of this job. Stop on by epautos.com for more. We've got new car reviews, we've got old motorcycle reviews, we've got articles about old muscle cars and old bikes, and we've got political rants about libertarian philosophy in the declining days of the American police state. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll stop by, and we will catch up with you soon.